My name is Maddie Bailey and I'm the Eagle View Newspaper Lab Supervisor. I'd like to show you a quick way to manipulate your photographs for print in the Eagle View. First, we're going to launch Photoshop. And the first thing I encourage everyone to do is as soon as they open up a photo in Photoshop, that they attach the caption information onto the photo. So we're going to navigate to our photo on my desktop. Got a nice picture of Fanny Ochoa manning our student newspaper table at the Welcome Back Days. So you'll go to File, File Info, and then this window will show up. Now for our purposes, we just fill out the author title here, and that would be the name of the photographer. So we'll just put myself for now. And then in the description is where you type the information that is telling about the picture there. So you would also try to answer the who, what, when, where, and why if you needed to in the picture. So we would do Fanny Ochoa mans the Eagle View table at the Welcome Back Days on Thursday, August 18th, 2017 in Ogle Plaza at NWACC. Then you would hit OK to save that information to your photograph. So now this photograph, no matter where you go or where you open it, tomorrow or 10 years from now, that information is now attached to this photo. The next thing that I do is start with color manipulation. That's under Image, Mode, and we are going to select CMYK color because the Eagle View is a print newspaper. So we have to manipulate this photo for print. It's different if you manipulate a photo for web, but for right now we're going to focus on print. So you'll choose CMYK color and you'll just hit OK. And you don't really notice a change, but you'll see it when we go start manipulating the individual colors. So now we go back to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to go Levels. And here you have this histogram. And what you're typically going to look for is the black arrow, which is right over here, and the white arrow, which is right over here. Now, this up and downness is the information and the photo, that where the color shows up in the photo. Where it's flat like this, we want to take our arrow and pull it just to the edge of where the information starts to happen. You see the white arrow is already got lots of information happening. So for the channel of all four colors, we just pulled in the black some, and you'll notice when I had done that, that it got a little darker, the picture did. So next we're going to go check every individual color. And you'll notice flat, 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 flat. Now here we've got some information coming. So we'll set it there. White arrow, we could bring that in some. And then you just do that very quickly for each color. Now I will tell you, if you have this information, which I do, the press that prints our paper is very red heavy already. So having that information in mind, we would back off of the red in our photo because we know the press is going to print it a little bit redder than we would normally see on our computer screen here. So now we'll go to yellow. Just bump it, and then back to black, and way over here again. And then we have finished our level adjustments for color. Our next thing that we're going to adjust is back to image adjustments, but now we're going to adjust the brightness. Again, we do have some information about the press that uses, that prints our paper, and it runs a little bit dark. So typically we would use the brightness here to make this photo a little bit brighter than we normally would. As you can see, the whites are kind of blowing out a little bit, but again, because we know what our press does typically, we know that doing this on the screen will not look bad in print. So we hit OK there. And I believe we are ready to, I think, save it on our desktop. Now, I always do a save as because I do not ever want to overwrite the original photo. Just in case we do something wacky with our end product, I always want to have that original raw photo to go back to. So we'll just name this Welcome Back and Fanny. And I'll just save it to my desktop for right now. And that basically is how you manipulate a photo for the Eagle View student newspaper. Now the student newspaper has Dropbox for each student, but we do the free trial, which has a very limited amount of space. So what I tell students to do is to save their photo, if they do their photo manipulation at home, to save it on a jump drive and to bring it into the newspaper. If they are at the newspaper newsroom already, then they can just drop it right on our servers. Usually everything else they do, they can use Dropbox to send their stories in and other things like that. But photographs tend to be pretty big resolution. And let me see, did we check resolution while we were in here? Image size, oh, we did not. Look, so now we've got 72 resolution, which is not going to work for press. So we uncheck resample. We get this down to 180 DPI, or a little bit higher, but we'll try 180 right now. And we click the resample button because we want our resolution to stay the same, but we don't need this photo to be 18 inches wide in our paper. So we're going to bump that down to probably about 7 inches wide, and it makes it 5.25 inches tall. And you'll see that it went down from a 30.5 megabyte photo down to a 4.5 megabyte photo. And even then, that's a little large still. I think we could probably do 6, and I think that would work just fine. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's really small, but as you'll see over here, our display is only at 66%. If we put that back at 100%, our photo is pretty good size for a print photo. Okay, so since we did that change after I saved it with the new title, now we'll hit save so that stays. And now that should be it for our photos. Thank you so much. My name is Maddie Watson. If you have any questions, please email me at mwatson, WATSON, at nwacc.edu. Again, that's Maddie Watson Bailey. Thanks. Bye.